Oh, that's not. Oh, gross, 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 gross. Bloody webs. Ugh. Little foot. I was gonna do makeup. I'm not sure I can be bothered now. I think I won't chance it. I really want to, but I think I won't chance it. I have no idea if this is working. So yeah, I apologise for my shite skin. I think it's clearer than it was. It's just really dry. Just really bumpy. Leathery. Sorry. So I'm hoping it will go away. Now I've got my, say I have no idea if this is working, if the connection is decent. I can show you some of my old art as well. I've got art here that I found that's really good actually. I drew this when I was like 14 or something. Sent. Look, it's MSN Messenger. I drew MSN Messenger. To someone. It's a person's name. Hiya, message. Give my regards. Madga says what? Tijama is inviting you to show and view webcam. I accept webcam. Eek, what the fuck? That's me apparently. I don't know. I have no clue what it's about. I guess that's supposed to be me and I'm supposed to be like scary people. I have no idea. There I am on MSN Messenger. How's it? A centaur. And my tail apparently is eating a burger. I have no idea if that's supposed to be me. I think, let's have a look. Cute. Yeah, I did that extra cute. Coco, hi. Coco is inviting you to cam. Let's cam. Remember MSN Messenger? Yeah, I don't know if it's me. I guess that's me. I don't know. I don't know who Tidshimar or whatever it is. But yeah, cool. I really hold art. I think I did a great job. I'm gonna take a picture and colour these in. Can't do it right now because I'm on this. Oh, for God's sake. Come on, man. Oh, and it turns out I shite anyway. Stop rotating. Decent, these, I guess. I think these are decent. Some of them, anyway. These are pretty shite. And I'll show you my fluffs. Hope it's working because no one's actually coming. El Frico, the story of Heath. Okay, let's see what it's about. David the father is a two-faced controlling freak, apparently. I or somebody wrote this when I was 14. Is a two-faced controlling freak who 1 minute is all nice and generous and then the next day gets all drunk a lot. Wait, no, I just skipped. Sorry. And on the next day, nasty and gets drunk a lot. Maggie the daughter is the smart, sensible one who tries to make things right and comes up with all the ideas. Is made to work hard and clean and slave away for her father and brother sometimes. The brother sometimes. Heath the son is mentally ill, crazy menace who still plays with baby toys at 17 and gets yelled at and beaten a lot by his father and his sister has to look after him and he has to take medication for his retardedness to stop it from increasing anymore or he will be totally dense and mad. This is not even my story. This was my friend's story at the time. I guess I wrote it down. It looks like my handwriting. El Frico, page 2. Heath's world. Heath goes to playgroup because of his mental illness. For mentally ill teenagers, especially those who play with baby toys, and everyone there is nice to him and kind, especially his playgroup teacher, Rosie. And Heath likes her a lot, since she was the first person who was actually nice and kind to him. As his father is dead nasty and impatient, and his sister is a bit hard on him. Heath's mother abandoned him and his sister, so he's never had a mother's love and care, and he thinks Rosie would be a perfect mother figure. And even sometimes thinks of getting her and his father together. Okay, guess that's it. Oh, wait. Looks like someone's not happy here. Oh, these are dead good, aren't they? She finds it funny, apparently. Whatever is happening here, because I have no freaking clue. I guess he's his boss. I think they're at work. And he's the boss. And he's the employee. That's that girl fox we saw before. I mean, look at the bodies. Like, I can't do that. I can't draw like that anymore. It's like the freaking blooming Marvellous. He's got a six-pack. Look, he doesn't. Yeah, I forgot. I haven't seen this one. I think these are dead good. Oh yeah, I did like an change of outfit doll type thing there. This was me in my fashion designer days, so I was about 15 or 16 here. Right, we've got Heath World again ideas. Talk it over with Vicky about what our last name should be, what nationality, and what species, and that we should have magical powers. Book, trademark, the story, title, Heath Hour. I guess we were actually writing a story about it and acting it out, like I do with Jeremiah's story. Episodes. Heath's life, bedtime disturb, Heath's play group, Heath gets a job, get together. Oh, we never got to do any of these. Before Saturday, asked my mum if she will stand by and camcord me, Vicky and Hannah playing Heath's World to make a movie of it. Oh, see, look how creative I was. Looks like I was quite the actor-director back then. I told you that would be my probably ideal job if I wasn't my mum's carer. I know I can still do it. My idea is build a centaur suit. Yeah, I did that at the time. Talk to someone about making my characters into cartoons or a movie. Yep, done that, but more recently. Build a den in the zoo and use play dressing table, toy, bed and sheets for furniture, basically. I don't know what that says. Fish lamp. Right. I did that. I did all of that at the time, except that one. But I've done that one recently, as you know. But that one I did at the time, and that one I did it at the time. Here's my plans to make a centaur costume. Oh, it's so cool. I forgot about all these. So cool. Homemade. I actually managed to do this, but it got destroyed, so sorry about that, guys. I used a frame. I had this frame, perfect shape for a centaur, and I actually put a sheet over it. I didn't do legs, but I did like a sheet. And then there was like a frame here, and I tied that to my waist, or my bum, more like. And the rest of it was just like a sheet on top of it, as it was like a frame with a sheet over it. And it was too big to wear in the house, so I had to wear it outside. That'd be my idea if I was yeah, that's what I end up doing. Right, that's that frame there. That frame, it's on wheels, right? And it holds 3 or 4 like baskety things, and you can wheel it around. It's like one of them things you see on a train or a plane. The waitresses sort of push around with food and drink on it. Yeah, there we go, that's the one. So there's the frame. Me, that's tied around my waist, and then a sheet, and then a tail light attached. And that's what it was meant to look like, as if I was a horse with a tent on me, apparently. A tent. Food! I guess that was it. Oh wow, I'm so proud of those. Very proud of those. There's some more fashion design. Somebody has written on it for some reason. That's not very nice, is it? Yeah, I also wanted to be a fashion designer when I was about 16. Got these little characters here that are quite faded. Tell Grandad to get a TV guide, I guess. What does that say? Wrapping paper, birthday paper. Oh, right, okay. Shopping list. Technically, these pads were supposed to be for... It's destroyed, isn't it? Jeez. These pads are supposed to be for writing shopping lists. I scanned that and coloured it in, you know. And that one. Yeah, scan, see. Said which ones I scanned. My Cody Bear. See if there's anything else. More fashion designs. Ideas to change the world. Change the fashion. Make it acceptable to go out in costumes and animal accessories. Put kids in their place. Better the language. Ideas for me. Form a group of friends who go around in animal accessories and full costume from a club. Be the leader of something good. Draw freaky, strange, quirky drawings. Better my voice to make it sound deeper like a boy. Find and create great outfits for me. And posh as well. Flying squirrel things. Flying squirrel things. Flying squirrel things. I scanned that apparently. I've got to proper take pictures of these. Colour them. Ah, okay. Things to do today. Scan pics from this pad and the other one. Print pic. Hello, Dean. Yay, someone's finally on. Print pic of Luke and some of my coloured drawings. Colour in a picture. Try getting recordings on the computer. Record songs with voice recorder, camcord. Mio advertising. No idea what that's supposed to be. Handheld computers. Advertising. Handheld. I have no idea what that means. Change my MSN name to Coco. Create a blog to tell the world important stuff like how it's wrong. People think smoking is bad, but not drinking, and that the fashion is horrible and it should be changed to something better, or just go back to the Victorian clothing, and how the law stinks and that kids should be put in their place. Nice to see you again, Dean. There's Gatomon, my favourite Digimon. Someone camcordering people kissing. What does that say? Things to destroy. Play that game. Create a new. Oh, MySpace. Create MySpace. Look at fake. Oh no! How dare you, Devils? Hey, I wasn't. That's from the website. So is that one. Rubbish. Oh yeah, that one. So when I copied from a website, I was trying to find a better style. Better my drawings. Stop rotating device! I hate you. Stop rotating device. I will beat you up. I will beat my phone up. My phone is horrendous. Yeah, that's just where we're up to. I'll show you again, just to remind you. That's MSN. Ta-da! I did that from memory. I didn't even look at it. Lily Allen Alfie. London Underground, like a child's age, 4 years. Don't know what that's about. And that's where we're up to. Right. Now for the fluffs. I actually prefer my older drawings to my current ones, to be honest. Not bad, but I don't know, I just really like them. I think they're pretty good for my age. Right, now for my current ones. Without further ado. The fluffs! Hang on, where's... I'm looking for the... Ah, there it is. I'm looking for the first one. So it's that one. Daisy Fluff is following Jeremiah around and pestering him by being cute as pie. She paws at him and mithers him. So she's just acting silly. She's just like rolling around. Cute as pie. I think she looks adorable there. Following him again and doing that thing like a play bow. Oh yeah. They're extra cute. It's a shame Issa's not here. I suppose he's going to be late again. Thanks a lot. Anyway, so the next one is he attacks her because he's sick of her pestering him. So this is just him putting her in her place and making her calm down, if you will. See, she mewed. So he's rolled her onto her back, basically telling her to stay there. He's looking at her as if to say, are you going to calm down? Are you going to stay there and not pester me? And then he attempts to get off her, thinking she'll probably jump back up and start mithering him again. And he looks back at her to check, like, you better stay there, you better not follow me. So anyway, that's cute as pie. I really like that one. That's my favourite. Then we've got this. So he walks away. She starts meowing after him. Then she rolls onto her side, watching after him. Then she gets back onto her front again, but doesn't get up yet, and starts meowing a lot. Cute is she? Meow! And he's like, oh god, no. Oh, Issa would love these. Stuck together. Then she was about to go springing after him, but she decides against it. She knows better. It's like, oops. Oops. That's so cute. Then she looks after Jeremiah again, but she waits patiently. She's thinking about going after him, but decides, I'll give it some time. Then half an hour goes by. She gets back up onto her front again, thinks about getting ready to go after him again. I think that's freaking adorable. And then she starts running after him. She thinks enough time has passed by now. And that's her, like, Bambiing. And then the last one, she's running. Oh dear. I think something's spilt. That wasn't there. I just did this last night, so that wasn't there before. She runs after him again. And that's him, what he's doing. He's just, like, milling around. He's been left alone for half an hour, remember? Enough time has passed. As you can tell, she's very excited and happy to be going after him. That's cute as pie. I think that's it. Little fluffs. And the other newest drawings are in my pad downstairs. But I think I've wasted enough time indoors. I want to go outside before it gets dark and, you know, it's time to do dinner. But I wanted to show you guys the newest editions. So there you go. I think that's it then. That's the comic finished, and that's my old drawings, which I'm going to take pictures of later so I can put them on the computer. And I'm going to put them on the computer, and I'm gonna, you know, colour them and shit. Little live pet. Sorry, I've got an itchy arm. Excuse me, guys. I got drawings everywhere. There's one right there. Oh, I got the Spyro game for my Nintendo DS. That was a gift, actually. If you guys are interested, I have some stuff to sell. You like Jaguars and Ferraris? I've got some magazines. Look at this lovely shop that I've got here. Let me know if there's anything you would like to buy. And you've got videos, DVDs, more art. You'd love this art. I've got loads of like fat art, and I got loads of art of people being force-fed and stuff like that I found over the years. So I'm sure a lot of you guys would like that. You know, you got characters being squashed, people getting married apparently. Yeah, there you go. He's being hooked up to a machine and force-fed. Here's another one. Sorry. One more. I know you guys will love this. I have no idea what that says. Read it after me. I will show these pictures properly at some point. But right now I really would like to go outside before it gets later and darker and shit. Hope you guys love them. So that's some of my old art as well. Oh no, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. I mean, guys like the big fat art. I'm trying to do more of that for you guys. Just remember I do commissions, so if you guys want drawing, doing of fat people, I'm your man. Ow, ow, ow. Just gonna put this into the yeah? Just a minute, I'm busy. I don't really want to spend time indoors when it's nice. She's always moaning because I'm always busy. Can't open the damn door. I'm just gonna pop this down here because for once it's daylight when I'm doing this, so I don't need my phone. Now, guys, just to let you know, I know that somebody's been in the garden because I know it's been windy and all, and wind can knock things over, but I really doubt that wind could knock these over. That's too heavy to be knocked over, and that's just, well, it's been like that for years. We've had all sorts of winds. That plinth there, it's not a plinth, bird bath on a plinth, that was knocked off the plinth. That's too heavy to be knocked over by anything, even by accident. So I know somebody's done that deliberately. Same with those chairs possibly can't possibly move. And if we discovered them out twice. But that table never moves. Now that table could be knocked over by the wind, but it never is. But those chairs can't possibly move. Not unless it was a whirlwind. And these, like I say, these can't possibly move with the wind. They're too small, they're too heavy. So yeah, I don't believe it. So someone's been in, knocking them over. And I often see these things over there. The wind can't do that. Sorry, the wind can't do that. So somebody's been in and done that. Thinking it would be fun and thinking that, you know, I'm thinking I'm not going to know that someone's been in. Right up. My mum's moaning. But little does she know I'm actually doing something that she wants me to do, which is putting the bird balls in the bird ball holder. We'll go see what she's moaning about in a minute, and we'll let her know that I've actually been doing the thing that she keeps telling me to do. So now she's moaning. It's reconnecting. Yeah, it's a nice day. I spend it inside yapping, but I suppose I've got no choice. Just gonna shut the door because she'll probably keep me for about 10 million years. 10 million. Right, what is it, Mama?
What term describing someone who speaks? Well, this young lady here, this one, she thinks that Christians wear burqas.
Oh, right, okay. What Christmas does she know? Oh, that's fun, isn't
She
it?
lives in this country and she wants an American kitchen.
Conoctory.
So, why?
Oh.
Because, well, let's face it,
Stop bringing it here.
But in this country, if she thinks Christians wear burqas, what Christian does she know wear burqas?
What an idiot!
I mean, you know what, I really struggle
Despair.
to think how they survive in this country.
I know. Ooh, I'm not in here.
How can you live in this country and not see an actual person that wears a burqa?
I know.
She must.
What
I mean, does she live in a bubble?
Or does she think that Christians are not what they are? Like she thought that Muslims were Christians.
Well,
She got confused.
there's plenty of Muslims going around with burqas. And what colour are they? What colour are Muslims?
Brown.
Right. Not Christian who's white, usually, in the majority.
Oh, I'm gonna go cry. I've seen a bit.
You know, because the main Christians what I mean is probably black Christians.
Yeah, there is. Apparently, I think Africa is a Christian country, mostly, and Muslim. They've got Muslims there as well. So
yeah,
black
but I'm
Muslims.
talking about in this country.
Yeah.
Well known.
Yeah, there's lots of black Christians.
There are black Christians, but I'm talking about, right, go to church and you use our churches.
Yeah.
And Christians are usually white.
Uh-huh. Yep.
When you go to, what's that? Because I think that an amazing black church is where they all sing, you know, they're all doing this.
The gospel-y choir things.
Gospel, it will be black, but they'll be Christians.
Yes.
So I'm talking about under normal circumstances, if she goes to church, our churches, the majority that, because I mean, why would they want to choose our churches where it's all dreary and, do you know what I mean? Why would a black person want to go to our churches?
The more boring ones.
Because they're boring. You know, it's all.
I know. Dreary here.
It's all dreary and takes like 1,000,000 years to get through. Whereas at least with the Christian churches, the black ones, it's energetic and.
Yeah. Even when the pastor does his sermons, he's sort of going, "Am I right?" and stuff like that, and sort of shouting.
It's like there's more.
You know, who loves the Lord? Yeah, more
But you know, for me, like when
everyone's left,
you do all the singing and dancing in the aisles and things, I think it's really brilliant. I mean, I'd rather join their church.
Yeah, it's a shame we don't know any.
Church.
Be nice to go see what that's like.
Yeah.
I don't know any though.
Oh, there probably is, I would imagine.
Somewhere around here.
But anyway, so going back to my original whatnot.
Hi. No, it says hi.
Pardon?
Did you see that? Look, it says hi there.
Oh yeah, it does.
On her top.
It does.
Jumpery thing. Isn't that cute?
And anyway, going
He's
back to
still
the
there.
original thing, and when people wearing burqas have been walking around, they're all what people call black people who are black people.
Yeah.
We call them black people for some unknown reason. Has she ever seen? I mean, she must have seen them, Kirsty, in her lifetime. I mean, surely she can't possibly, unless she married a black person. It's very rare you see a white person with a burqa on.
Yep, true. I have seen them. Will this money all become obsolete when
And
Charles becomes
if
king?
they do, they're probably not in this country. They're usually in their countries. Where
Surely not.
might be, I don't know if it's acceptable more there. I don't know. I've never seen a white person in a burqa.
I have.
Have you?
Yeah, I remember thinking it was quite odd.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you actually said, because I asked you, and you said they're probably married to
Yeah, oh yeah, they will be, yeah.
a Muslim man
Because
or
what
something.
they do is they change their religion. Oh yeah, there won't be any chance of them
The other way
changing
round.
their religion to suit the white person. Because don't forget, they prefer the white person to be
Do
where
all
they
the
were.
accommodating. Yeah, do all the accommodating and changing. Yeah.
Because I mean, we must suffer for past indiscretions.
I know.
Even though in the past there was white slavery and
I know.
torture and all sorts of the white people. So,
And Indian people kept black slaves.
well, exactly.
I watched a film about it, and it's modern.
So I don't know why they're
Ish.
just picking on.
On my telly, it was on, so I watched it.
I mean, admitted, but probably when in more of the days of.
Plus, that was mainly in America. I don't even think we had slaves. It was Americans that had slaves, not
They have
us.
them now.
On ranches, on plantations.
Well,
and
that's right. Yes, they did.
So it wasn't even here. So why are British white people suffering then?
I don't know.
As far as I know, it was just Americans that had slaves in the South.
They did. Oh yeah, but they're everybody thinks America's fantastic, so they're not going to drag them apart, are they? They're
Disgusting.
just going to go after white people in general, but not American white people, obviously.
Just British white people who didn't do
Just
bugger
British
all.
white people.
That I know of. I don't really know. But whenever you hear about slavery, because I watched another film about it.
But just a minute though, does it
Cartoon.
really matter? I mean, it shouldn't really matter what went on back then.
No,
That's
it was the past.
We
It's different now.
have had nothing to do,
With
and
what?
that includes me at 68.
Mm-hmm.
We have had nothing to do with what happened to them in the past.
Correct.
You can't keep dragging up.
Yeah, they always teach schools now about Black history, and it's like, but shouldn't be leaving that in the past. Why would you want to always be associated? Why would black people?
Want to really have a go at white people.
Because black people
and
surely
now
don't want to be.
White people hate white people.
I know.
So that's why they're quite happy to integrate.
And they're ashamed of being white.
Yeah. It's absolutely ridiculous.
So it's bad to be white, apparently. So that's why it's always racism when it's like, a white person against a black person, even if this, like we were talking about last night about being attracted to certain races. It's like, it's okay for a black person to only be attracted to blacks, but it's not okay for a white person to only be attracted to white, which is stupid.
Well, we'll have to get over it.
You can't really pick what your loins want. Say your loins are racist.
Well,
your loins are racist.
For me, I don't know where the attraction comes from, but it's just a preference I have. That's it.
And you're entitled to that, so there.
I'm not going to be ashamed of that. I'm not going to be ashamed to be white. I'm not going to be ashamed
to like
for something that happened way before probably even I was born.
It's true.
But you're right, when they depict, like on plantations on the TV, there's always white slaves.
Oh yeah? So they're just leaving it out in all these bloody films then that I see.
Well, you won't see them now. You won't see them films now.
Probably not.
Because like I say, everything today is an agenda.
Because it was a children's one, you know. It was it was an
can you
animated one.
Yeah, but can you tell me why the people in authority would want to down their own colour?
It's going along with what everybody else wants. Like the idiots at Morrison's.
Yeah, because, well, the reason for it, Kirsty, is votes. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that, votes. It's nothing to do with whether it's right or wrong. It's votes that they're after. And they need desperately the votes of the young, so that's why the young are getting all their own way.
It's not how it's supposed to be.
Because they know that people of certain ages will go for certain, whatever they're called. And also, did you know that most of the time that you vote, say you vote Labour or you vote Conservative, it's a waste of time, especially with Labour, because no matter who votes, it will always be like this. Tameside, no wonder we don't like Tameside, really, because Tameside have always been Labour run. Always.
It's the worst place in the world.
It doesn't matter if everybody voted Conservative, Labour's will still win.
I've got
So
another story about that.
You'll always get the same group of people.
No, it's probably why it's such a terrible area.
Well, exactly.
And all the hooligans are running the joint.
Because they don't care about you. Because don't forget, think about it. You know, all these people in Parliament.
It's Egyptian.
They live in the big houses, but they have money. Not like us living in a big house and got no money.
I know.
They live in big houses and they've got money. And people running the place.
Servants and stuff.
So, does it really matter if people like us suffer?
Security.
No, of course it doesn't, because they won't get affected the way we get affected by our area. So therefore, they're quite happy to go along with the youth. Because while the youth are being an arsehole to people like us, they don't have arsehole youth in their area. It's a snotty area.
They wouldn't tolerate that in their areas.
Well, exactly. If all the youth now set about going to those areas, they soon cut it in the what's it.
Nip it in the bud, yeah.
But they don't go in their areas.
It's like, don't give a shit if they harass us. And people who are different, disabled.
People aren't seeing that. People don't logically think of things.
I know. Disgusting, isn't it?
It's like I was watching it's one of the classic Coronation Streets, and it's where Ken Barlow thinks that, because he had a very troublesome teen in his class.
It's a good one.
It was an absolute nightmare.
It says stuff on it.
And then he finds him a job, things like that. And he was just saying to somebody in the pub that that's the way to go. You know, this softly, we help them, they respect that. But what he doesn't know, Kirsty,
Yeah.
the job that he's given him, it's in the garage.
Yeah.
And Ken's got his motor vehicle in the garage. What he's doing is he keeps going into his car and joyriding in it.
Yeah.
So, you know, the softly, this is the way it'll all work. I'm on the soapbox and this is the way to go.
They need to be rehabilitated, probably, more like.
Eh?
They need to be rehabilitated. Like dogs do. It's still etched in them.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about when all the softly approach started. And also, I've just had, in the same episode, I think it was, one of the young girls says, I want to smoke and do this, that and the other, and the other person says, oh no, You'll smell, your breath will
Oh,
stink,
shut up.
and you'll get lung cancer.
Shut up.
Oh, God's sake, really? So what do they say about all the people that get it and have never smoked? Well, that's because of passive smoke, which is a load of bollocks.
Load of bollocks.
Agendas, Kirsty, agendas.
Definitely, definitely.
So yeah, unless the youth of today start really thinking
Getting
about
sense.
something
Getting some sense. And realise what's
and
happening.
working things out logically, it's not a cat in hell's hope for any of them, or for the likes of us, to be honest.
I know. And I thought we were supposed to be protected people anyway, disabled and some people who were different who would get
No.
bullied and stuff.
No. No, I mean, well,
I'm sorry.
look at, breaking our car. It's never been used since. It's gone to waste, gone to pot.
I was just going to say that.
Because I couldn't afford to have the windows replaced.
Erg.
One, I probably would have had it replaced because it was a small one, but then they did the second one and no chance.
I know once it starts, it starts.
And, what happened to them? Probably nothing. Although they did say they're going to a youth something or other. But so what? They'll come out and just, yay, I've got another sticker on.
An Asbo.
Makes me wonderful in your eyes.
Definitely.
Like the Asbos, the more Asbos they got, the more they were revered.
Astronomical. Sod off bollocks orangutan. That's what it stands for.
Yeah.
You remember we made that up? That was funny.
Yeah, it does.
Sod off bollocks orangutan. That they're orangutans, aren't they, Mum?
Definitely.
I can't believe they came all the way from Hyde to do
they're
that.
not allowed to upset the little precious ones.
A little snots.
Oh, by the way, going back to that.
I was going to say something.
That lad, the last photo that you sent. Probably nothing happened with him because he thought, well, you're just saying you're on a par with him and he's not going to like that, is he?
Because I'm a 10.
He's probably better off with somebody like her.
I'm a 10.
Where all eyes are still on him and attention's on him, whereas,
Oh, poor woman.
she can just shrink in the background.
Poor woman.
That's not her fault, I'm just saying that's how.
Shouldn't look too bad.
That's how a lot of people do it.
Just needs
I
a bit of a
remember once
makeover.
this guy coming in, mind you, it was different back then, but this guy came in to my mum's shop. Apparently he was very, very handsome.
Yeah.
And he turned up with somebody like her.
Yeah.
This dowdy,
Plain person.
And people couldn't understand why they were together. And I thought, well, maybe he's in love with her, who knows? But then, again, later on in life, it was, well, it's obvious, isn't it? All the attention will be on him. Why would you want the attention taken away from him with an equal or better looking other half?
So I would be the centre of attention if I was to date these handsome blokes.
Well,
I'd be better than they
not
are.
necessarily this, that, but the fact is that you would get at least an equal amount of attention.
Oh, big stretch.
Men don't like that.
Alright.
It's like when they pick all these loopy women.
Loopy.
Just because.
Fluffy, puffy hair.
Thick as pig shit.
Pick as thick shit. Remember when you said pick as thick shit?
I'll tell you what, Kirsty, going off all of that subject now, I am terrible on the phone now. Did you know that? I'm awful on the phone. I've turned into this completely
Blithering idiot.
blithering idiot on the phone. I mean, I'm quite an intelligent person.
But you don't come across it when you talk to people.
But when I'm on the phone,
That's me.
I'm absolutely awful. I never used to be like that, but I am
I know,
now.
but I am as well.
And my mouth goes completely dry. Because while I was talking to that woman, I couldn't think of what I was saying. I was stumbling over things. My mouth had gone completely dry. I was like this proper 68-year-old woman who had issues. Crazy. Well, you really talk, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm not like that.
You sound quite
I'm on the phone and I just go into this.
you sound quite coherent.
Yeah.
Unlike I'm the same.
Just completely stupid. Mind you, it does you well in some areas because at least I'm going to get help now.
Yeah.
Filling out these damn forms.
Because they believe that you are incompetent.
And by the way, I did find out because I said to her, I said I applied for pension credit and they sent me this attendance allowance, although I'm probably
Becky's gonna
able
do
to
it.
get attendance allowance, but they are two completely different things. I said, well, I don't actually understand. When I applied for pension credit, I actually said I want pension credit, and they sent me an attendance allowance form. She said, well, I don't understand that either because
Can't
they're
remember
two
if I
different
uploaded
things.
it to YouTube.
The thing I've got to do, because on some of that stuff that needs
Sorry.
filling out,
It's 1 minute.
I've got to put things like dates and things like that. I haven't got a clue on a lot of things when I was diagnosed with, say, sciatica or whatever. The hell do I know? And how long ago that was? No idea. I've always had sciatica. But when I was diagnosed with it,
Oh, that's not very pretty.
so I'm going to just take my medical thing. I'll have a look through it and see if there's any dates mentioned through the form. So at least I'll have things with me.
Okay, Ma.
And I'm going to take the information that I've put so far.
How
In fact,
exciting.
I gave up on all the stuff I'd written and just did a basic, I've got sciatica, sclerosis. I mean, I don't know. When was I diagnosed with things like that?
Quite a number of years
And
ago.
anyway, when I'm looking it through these things, I can't find any blue paperwork for it anyway. So it means I've got to look through other stuff as well, haven't I? In the file, the old ones.
Yeah.
Ugh. Or do I just go down there and go, I've no idea?
Yeah, do that.
The thing about this is, within the form, it says that they probably check you anyway. So why am I filling that out? Why can't I just put I've got osteoporosis, I've got sciatica, I've got this, that, the other, and they'll get all the information from when they look into it all, and they ring up and check up on stuff. I don't know. What do you think? Do I go through all that paperwork to find out?
It is a pain in the butt.
Can I have a green tea?
Show her.
I need something fresh.
Me too. I need a drink. Well, I drink anyway. Finally. Yeah. Oh! I thought I was going to drop the cup. I didn't. Typical. The one drink that's not made is the one she wants. Sorry about that. No progress with the animation yet, my friend. I'm still waiting because they want me to pick a voice actor, and as I said yesterday, it's like he said this bloke didn't want to do not safe for work, even though it's the not safe for work scene is at the very end. It's like he doesn't have to voice that. I did say that to the animator woman, but she's still insisting I pick another one, and I haven't done it yet. I keep forgetting. I haven't even been on Twitter for a bit, so. Ew. May as well do the others. All this time I could have spent outside instead. My mum's been yapping to me. So now it's nearly 8 o'clock. So now I have less time to do what I want to do. Why can't she just talk to me after dinner? I know it sounds nasty, but I've got plenty of time after dinner. But right now, you know, I just want to be outside because it's nice. I need to put the bins out. I've got the paper recycling bin. Becky number 2 is going to do the rest of the animations anyway. And she's going to do me a free pilot. Isn't that nice of her? You could really do with more money though myself. Seeing as I've got to pay for these animators and I want to save up for various important things. Including moving, possibly. I say possibly because I'm not like 100% sure I'm going to go through with it, but you know, because you know I'm a scaredy cat because I've never lived on my own. I feel more confident now than I used to. I couldn't have done this 10 years ago. Like, I know like the 16-year-olds that move out, you know. Like, apparently it's legal for a 16-year-old to move out and get married and have a car and have a house and stuff. It's like, why? They're like kids. You've seen these 16-year-olds. All they do all day is come and harass you. How are they going to manage being an adult if they can't even treat people like, you know, they can't be civil to people like me? How are they going to do adult stuff? Actually, maybe it would do them some good because they'd be focusing on getting jobs rather than harassing us. Harassing oozicles. I always say oozicles. I don't know why. I think it's just because I include my mum because she lives here and when they come here. But they really just harass me mainly because my mum's always inside. There are some perks to always being inside, I suppose. You have to deal with these shitheads in it blood. In it blood. I remember one time back in 2021, which surprisingly was a good year for me. I enjoyed 2021 very much. But yeah, I was having a bit of problems in 2021, but I was quite happy considering. It's weird. I liked it. Well, last year was shite mental health wise, I guess. It's because of all them 40 plus people cancelling when we were supposed to be meeting up. Because I was very looking forward to doing the role plays Jeremiah and Daisy, and then they just let me down. Especially the good looking ones. But we all know the good looking ones, they all just want sex. Or apparently now it's not even sex now. They just want to do picture swapping on the internet. Or not even swapping, they expect you to send them nudes. And I'm like, just go on a porn site. There's loads of naked people on porn sites. Go to them. Don't pester real people for them. Unless the other person likes that shit. But not a lot of people do like it that I know of. Women are always complaining about how men are asking for nudes. So, just go to a porn site. Or go on someone's OnlyFans. Don't pester people on dating websites for nudes. It's like, if you're on a dating website, I think you're gonna want to date. You want a relationship. To me, I don't care what people say about, you know, how you could be looking for anything and everyone looks for casual sex and stuff. As far as I'm concerned, a dating site is for that dating. And dating, by definition to me, is that stage in which you get to know each other and go on dates, food dates, drink dates, whatever. Going bowling, going cinemaing, going for walks in the park, picnicking. It's that stage where you are courting someone to find out if you are into each other and compatible for a relationship. That's dating to me. But of course, everything's sex now, so dating means sex. Dating websites means sex. It's like, no. And everyone keeps going on about bars as well. I asked on Quora a question, and they went on about acting as if, you know, the only way you can meet people is going to bars. And I'm like, all right, well, there's the problem then. I don't go to bars, so I have to rely on dating sites because you can't meet people out and about. I've tried, you know, I go out virtually. I go out every other day. This week, for the first time, I'm going out every day because I had a doctor's appointment today. But I've not managed to get anyone to meet up. I did last week though. That was good. I had a date last week, but I've not managed to get one for any of the days I'm going out this week, which is typical because I have a lot of people asking me if I want to meet up on a Wednesday, and I'm like, no, I don't do Wednesday. But this week, you know, I've had Wednesday. And I did have a guy who agreed to it, but it's kind of last minute and he's not replied to me, so I guess he must have just forgotten because it's kind of, we've just been chatting for a few days. He's very handsome as well, so I do hope we can eventually meet and he's not just ghosting me now like you usually do. But yeah, I will admit all the blokes I've met up with so far, because I met up with quite a few this year, more than last year. I met up with a few from about September onwards. I met up with more guys, and then since Christmas, and my first one was actually, I think it was still Christmas when I had a date. They're all ugly. They're all ugly as sin. It's like, I want a good looking guy, but unfortunately all the good looking guys are just into sex or something. I don't know, like this picture swap crap. Murmur. World has become too sex mad. Sex horny. Corona times were bad. World was shut down. Wish you could find the right one. Yeah, handsome, sexy guy would be nice. That would be willing to roleplay as Jeremiah. I want someone who will. I want someone who will act with me. I want girls as well. I need some girls. I need a girl to be Daisy, and I need someone obviously to be the camera person, which Brad was supposed to be doing when I was doing Bruce, but he let me down that day. Bruce also let me down. He was supposed to be voice acting Jeremiah in the cartoons. And I met up with a guy called Tom recently who has a decent that could have done Jeremiah, but he's also, he sent me a message to say he wasn't interested anymore and then disconnected from me on the dating website because we stuck to that instead of swapping contact details. So he disconnected me on there, so I've got no other way to contact him. And as you know, Bruce blocked me on everything for some mysterious reason. It's no good. I mean, there's these people. I should have reminded him actually. Before he disconnected from me, I should have reminded him that he's supposed to be voice acting for me. Why would be better? Because I mean, all these voice actors that girl, that animator sent to me, they're no good. They just don't sound like Jeremiah. They don't sound as I imagine Jeremiah would sound. Most of them are too old. One person's got a pretty versatile voice. He did quite a few different accents and a few, like, making himself sound older or whatever. So maybe he could do it. He's got to think a really posh, arrogant, snobbish man who would sound really affected and posh. Right, here you go. I'm going to put the bin out now.
Of course, yeah.
But don't forget to find that box. I will. No, definitely not. Dead flesh for quite some time before. Yeah. I'll just look out the back first. Right. We won't get any Wi-Fi out at the back, so a big fat flabby gut would be nice. The guy doesn't have to be huge, but it'd be nice if he had a soft middle, nice love handles to grab onto, and nice big hips and butt and thick thighs. That's what I'd like. So it didn't have to be huge. But it would be nice if he looked a bit like Jeremiah, like he could pass. Nice fluffy blonde hair. Right. I wish I could put shit here and guarantee something interesting would happen. My mum might wander in, you never know. Nice soft belly to cuddle with. That's right. I'll chance taking you with me anyway. I want to set up a camera again. I'm gonna set up a camera. So there you go. Ew, look, see, they moved this as well. Like, the wind can't do that. Yeah, sorry, so you did miss the fluffer puffers. I did that one in the very beginning for once. And some old art as well. Some centaurs. A soft belly to cuddle with. Fluffer puffers. The fluffiest. Fluffiest. What is that mean? And House of Fluff, remember guys, we want to build up House of Fluff as a community. It would be nice if we could build that up as well. Because I think it would be a good idea. And I was thinking if we could build the community up, we could have meets and stuff. It'd be nice if they were like local meets around here. Because all the meets that I know of so far, like furry meets and stuff like that, it's always in Manchester or Leeds or whatever. But it's never out, you know, it's never anywhere. Like, I know Manchester is technically near me, but I still have to take a tram there, and it still costs money, and it's, you know, it's a big city, so it's kind of, well, my mum is like cautious, she thinks it's dangerous. No worries, I checked the stream from the beginning to see fluffs. Ah, furries, fluffs. So basically, House of Fluff would be where fluffs. So basically, House of Fluff would be where, yeah, furries would be welcome, and Therians and pups and pet play people. But also the new subculture of fluff play people. But also the new subculture of fluffs. So you can be a cute fluff. Unfortunately, all that sort of stuff, furries and pet play, are all associated with kink. So therefore sex again. And it's like, no. It's a misconception, not everybody. It's not about sex for everybody, the furry stuff. Or even the pet play. And the pup play. It's just about, I mean, you know, it looks like a lot of fun to be an animal. It looks like a lot of fun to be a pet dog or a cat or something. But in a human's life, you'll never get to experience that. You'll never get to actually be one. So the best you can do is pretend to be one and dress like one. And be treated like one by people you know and trust. So it's more about that. It's nothing to do with sex. I don't know why people think it's to do with sex. You might get people who will integrate into the furry community thinking, yeah, this is a great place, you know, if they are sort of zoophiles or whatever. But they're not true furries. They're probably just people who are humans who are into animals, and they think that they'll be welcomed into the furry community. And they somehow manage to find other fellow zoophiles or whatever. So that can happen. But furries on a whole, in general, are not bestiality people, they're not zoophiles. It's just really misunderstood, misconceptioned subculture / community. It's really just an appreciation for the anthro characters. They're not even proper animals or humans, but they are more human than animal. They've just got animal features, like animal markings and ears and tails and stuff. But mainly human, like, you know, they're mainly, like, they can talk and think like a human, and they can consent. And it's usually just the characters will be having sex with each other. It's not like you as a human are into the characters and want to have sex with them. But even if you do, it's okay because they are technically mainly human. I don't know what they call it. There's a word for it. And I remember seeing a discussion about this a long time ago online. I don't know where it was. It was some kind of art sharing site. I don't know what it was. It was not the usual Fur Affinity or DeviantArt. It was a different one. More for especially for weird stuff, I guess. And I remember it was a drawing, an artwork of what looked like a normal wolf or a dog or even a horse or something. I don't know what the heck it was supposed to be, having sex with a My Little Pony character. And the discussion was about how, like, it was bestiality because the My Little Pony is technically more human because it thinks like a human and can talk and consent, whereas the creature having sex with said My Little Pony was more of a normal animal that can't talk and think like a human or something. It's like but technically they are both animals. So apparently the difference is that the pony can talk and think like and emote like a human and can consent, whereas the other creature that was so on all fours and everything, but it still looked mainly animalistic rather than thinking and talking like a human, so it was still bestiality. And I remember my mind blown because they actually said that the reason why bestiality was bad was because animals can't consent, and I thought that's not the reason. I mean, it might be one of the issues, but it's not the main reason. I thought was just because it was a different species with different genetic makeup. I thought that was why it was illegal and bad. The consent thing is probably an issue too, but I don't think that's the main reason. I didn't think so anyway. I thought it was kind of weird. So I remember it's changed my way of thinking because I'm thinking now, so if it's an animal, but it can talk and think logically, then it's basically human. So by that logic, that means furries are mainly human. Even if they look animalistic, they're still mainly human, and they can talk and think like animals. So they are basically human. So that means that furries can't be zoophiles, even if a human is attracted to furry characters who are mainly human. They're anthropomorphic. Because I've heard now that anthropomorphic is just where an animal thinks and talks like a human. But apparently it means, yeah, I thought that it meant that they were part human and part animal, as in they could walk upright and wear clothes like the characters you see. Remember when I wanted to roleplay as fluffers and the fluffs? There was quite a lot of people wanting to do sexual roleplays with. And I was like, no, fluffers is an innocent character. I don't want to do sex roleplays as fluffers. And the same goes in real life. If I was to roleplay with someone where I was being the pet, we were doing pet play, I wouldn't want it to be sexual. It would just be totally innocent. Because even in acting, I'm not really into bestiality. I mean, I am into taboo stuff, again, just as fantasies, but not that. That's still weird. I remember that was the most popular one in this roleplay Facebook group thing that I was in. The bestiality post got the most attention, I will admit. So that was kind of worrying. Fluffers are so cute pets, not sexual. I know, they're just so cute. Like, how can you think of them as sexual beings? They're just so fucking cute. It's like, even if you were sadistic, you couldn't possibly want to do anything bad to them because they're just too cute. It's like, Jeremiah's kind of abusive to Daisy as human furry people. But as the fluffs, Jeremiah Fluff and Daisy Fluff, like we saw, They're, you know, Jeremiah Fluff is not really abusive to Daisy Fluff because she's just too cute. She's just so fluffy. You can't, you know, be nasty to that. They're just too cute. They're just so freaking adorable. It's like when I hear of people, or even animals, hurting or killing kittens or cats, it's like, it makes me mad. I'm like, how could you possibly want to harm them? They're just so cute. Why? Why would you want to do that? It's like, oh, I know we're not supposed to put human emotions and thoughts and feelings onto dogs or whatever, but it still breaks my heart. And I think, how can you do that? How can you kill a kitten? They're so cute. Because the pet companion, not in a sexual way. No harm shall come to fluffs. Yeah, they're just so adorable. We want real ones, don't we? I'm following a... Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sadistic, but I would never really want to harm anybody or anything, to be honest. It would just be role play. I mean, for me, the sadistic thing is more like just a control thing rather than I don't want to harm anybody or anything. I just like it when people do as I say and are kind of scared of me, but I wouldn't actually harm them. Not unless they harmed me first and I was defending myself. Or trying to harm someone I loved. Then I would probably, you know, do something to defend us, either of us. My mum also said the same thing. She said she's not a violent person, but if anybody did anything to me or her, she would do something then. Being dominant is not the same as being sadistic. I really like being dominating, yes. The most harm I do is probably a crop or something and a whip. Maybe smack someone gently with it, very gently. That's about it, really. Like if I was going to slap someone, it would just be like a little slap, a little slap, a little slap. Or just grabbing and maybe pushing around a little bit, but not too much because we don't want to knock them over or anything. Unless there was soft things nearby, then I could push them over and then we just land on something soft. Or they do that to me, then that'd be fine. Like a nice big bed or a couch or a big beanbaggy things. And that is fun. Or one of them big padded room things, like, you know, those bouncy castles. Remember when I said about if I was rich, what I'd do with the house? And one of the rooms would be a bouncy castle room. One of the rooms would be a climbing frame room with a slide and a swing attached. It'd be awesome. That's what I'd do if I had the money to do up this place. We've got so much space and it would be nice to do something with it. And the bouncy castle room would be great for doing pet play stuff in. And you could bounce around and play fight each other and have lots of fun, like when we were kids. I actually really did have a bouncy castle in that room once. For one of my birthdays, we had a bouncy castle over there, beyond them trees. A big outdoor one. For one of the birthdays. And for another one of the birthdays, had one in that room there. Just a small one, like a smallish one, but it did fill most of the room. There was still a bit of gap though, obviously, to walk around. And that for until it deflated was actually, and disassembled, was actually my seat for when I was watching the telly. So I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It wasn't really great for bouncing on like at one of the normal big ones that you get, but it was very comfortable. It's like having a big bed in there. So yeah, it was red, blue and yellow. And I remember when it deflated, the bit that you sit on, which was the blue bit, and it was kind of a circle. That was actually, we kept that for a long time, and it was just sort of propped up against the wall in that room up there, the gym room. I don't know why. Don't know why it couldn't have still been kept in the dining room / my room. That's the computer room now, as you know. I can smell Chinese now. Ribs, that is. I can smell barbecue ribs. Don't the kebabs and stuff. chow mein, crispy stuff, crispy beef and duck and stuff like that I can smell. And someone's laundry, it's fresh laundry outside. Yeah, so anyway, so when it was propped up against the wall, I actually pretended it was a web, and I pretended to be a spider climbing up it. Because it was kind of, it looked like a web when it was propped up against the wall, because it was circular. So I used to pretend to be a big spider on there. And the rabbits used to love to nest behind there when we had rabbits. So that was their little home. They had a home behind my bouncy castle floor. Don't know what happened to the rest of it though. It seemed to disappear. It detached and disappeared. I don't know what happened to that, but I know we had the rounded blue thing for ages. Don't know how we disposed of it in the end. I've no idea. Things just happened. Things just seem to disappear. Chinese buffet is so good and makes belly grow bigger and softer. Yeah, I need to have a Chinese meal at some point. That would be nice. I've not had one for a while. Well, if my parents insist we don't go out for my birthday, which I'm worried about, because this would be my first year getting to go out with my mum and dad again for my birthday, then I shall insist that we have a Chinese takeaway. I really hope we do go out, even if we just go to Stockport. I'm not happy about it, but I'd rather go to Chester or Liverpool like we did once before. There it is again. Ribs, spare ribs. Very nice. Peking duck and all that, I think. I'd love to have duck, you know, but my mum won't let me. That's the one meat she does not want me to have, that and lamb. She loves ducks, and she thinks it's evil to eat lamb because they're so, you know, the babies. Right, I'm gonna have to go dispose of this pigeon that's died in the vestibule. Hopefully he can go out for nom nom. Would be nice. I'd like to go at a day out, but if not, then I'd at least like to go to a restaurant. Don't know any Chinese restaurants, but we'll go to an Indian one. Love to go to an Indian one, that'd be nice. But yeah, nice day out. Even if it's on a different day. My birthday will be on a Friday this year. That sucks, because that's not any of the days we normally go out. So, it doesn't matter to me when we celebrate it, as long as we do at some point. So as far as I'm concerned, if we went for a meal one day and then went out for the day, another day, that would be great. My dream has been to have like a whole week birthday. A week birthday. So where we do something, not every day of the week, but a few things. A few different restaurants, a few different days out. Because, you know me, I don't really have much going on the rest of the year. So my birthday is the one time I really get to look forward to doing something different. The rest of the year, it's just the same old, really. As in, that we know of. Sometimes things do crop up the rest of the year, like, you know, an event or a do. I'm dying to go to a fun fair, like a good one. All the fun fairs now are crap. I went to one last year, as you guys know. I went to Daisy Nook Fun Fair. It was shite. It was just like this little tiny field, a couple of rides, a couple of stalls, that was it. It was shite. And the Christmas one, the Christmas Fun Fair, the same. It's just that little area with a few rides, no stalls at all. I remember when they used to do it big, they had an ice skating rink for a Christmas one, of course. They had loads of stalls with unusual, like, little gifty things, and lots of food stalls, and they had rides as well, and decorations, and loads of people. But now it's just sectioned off. It's just this tiny little area. I don't even know if I could go on those rides, because for some reason a lot of the rides are only for children and not for adults, even though they look sturdy enough. So, and most of the time I only see like one child on it. Surely if just one at a time went on, it would be fine, as in when an adult goes on. So they have however many children that's allowed on, and then for an adult they can just have one adult per ride. You know, if too many adults would be too much on a ride. Like the rides at those fun fairs that I went to last year, I couldn't go on any of them. There was a big massive slide. It's like I couldn't go on that. Couldn't go on the merry-go-round. I could only go on this bloody great big thing that went really fast and up and down. It was quite fun when I stopped being scared and dizzy. But it was shit. I couldn't go on any of the other rides, even though they were massive. They looked sturdy enough for at least one adult on. And I am small. It's not even like a massive. Like, yeah, if they're a big ginormous person or a big fat person, then yeah, but I'm small. I'm the size of a 16-year-old max. I've stopped growing at 15, 16, so I should be able to go on. It's not fair. So I saw the fun fair again advertised, but I probably won't go. So one advertised for the Easter weekend, and there'll probably be one in summer like there was last time, but I probably won't go. Now that I've seen what they're like now, they're boring. They used to have them at Debdale Park. They were massive, loads of people, loads of stalls, loads of rides, loads for adults. And have you seen that hooker duck? I played hooker duck. They're so slow, and you have to pay £4. And when you win the prize, it's like the prize cost me £4. I may as well just bought it. It's like if I paid £4 and then didn't get a prize, that'd be shit. I'm not gonna lie, because you just paid money for no reason. You're just basically buying the toy for £4. But I had to have something. I had to have some, what's the word, like a souvenir. I got a hot dog. I think I got some kind of dessert as well. I'm not sure. I was hoping I was going to get the face painting done as well, but I can't remember why I didn't end up getting that done. They had a face painting stall, at least I was going to get that done. Because these face painting is just like where they do just like part of your face, so I thought that'll be alright for my eczema. I'm sure my eczema won't mind part of my face being done rather than a full face. Yeah, just like simple designs, like like maybe a rainbow and a star or something, or like a nose, a mouth, and eyes, like to look like some kind of animal. I thought, yeah, I'll have that done at least. But no. And then there was one in Staley Bridge like years ago when I was a kid, and they had this stall where you could have your hair done all wild and wacky. It was awesome. You put in it to give you any style you wanted and colour. It was amazing. I was gonna get it done, but by the time when I was in the queue, by the time it came to me, they'd finished, so I couldn't have it done. Now that was guts. Remember, I was a very shy kid at the time, and you had people staring at whoever was getting the hair done on this platform thing. They got stared at, like everyone was. There was loads of people watching, especially kids, and that would have terrified me. I would have hated that. I would have been so embarrassed. But I was gonna just chance it and get it done because I really wanted it done. But they'd finished by the time I got there. But I at least got face paint done. We're not lately though. Boo. Hopefully those big carnivals will come back and plenty of rides and food. Definitely. Discrimination for adults. I agree. There's nothing fun for adults, is there? It's shit. Everything's for kids. It's like no wonder everyone hates becoming an adult, and also I hear of kids like where they can't wait to grow up and like, oh, can't wait to grow up. And it's like, it's no more, you actually get less freedom as an adult. Like a lot of kids think that you get more freedom when you're an adult. You actually get less. There's less fun things to do. You can't go to jumping jacks anymore. You can't go to them indoor climbing frame things anymore. What's the other thing that you can't do anymore? Because there were things that we used to do. And now, of course, you can't. Yeah, being an adult is feckin' boring. It's like, no wonder everybody's sex mad, because that's the only fun thing you can do as an adult, is sex. It's either that or extreme adrenaline things, which I'm too scared to do, like bungee jumping or jumping out of a plane, skydiving. It's like, I don't want to do that. Or rock climbing, which is boring. You know, you get them indoor wall climbing things with them little things coming out, and it's like you go up it and then you come down. It's boring. I couldn't get my feet and hands on them. Anyway, they're just like these little tiny stumps. Sex, drugs, and rock and smoke roll. Rock and smoke roll. That's it. Or clubs, which are boring. Because clubs, you go in a club or a pub and it's like dead loud. So you can't socialise, you can't talk to people, you can't have fun. Like, I went to that Halloween party last October. It was shit. Like, there was hardly anyone there. The music was so loud. I couldn't talk to anyone. I couldn't get the drink I wanted. I couldn't ask if there was any food. So we ended up not eating. I ended up with Coca-Cola because I couldn't communicate that I wanted rum and Coke. So, and I hadn't eaten all day. So he took, you know, I had a date that day. He took me to a restaurant after, and I actually preferred that. It was quiet, it was calming, it was relaxing, sat down eating, drinking. It was lovely. I preferred that. I didn't like going to that pub. It's boring, no food, boring. And the music's too loud. They always have music like, it's only a tiny pub, and it's like music's blasting out as if you're not at a big festival or whatever. It's like, it's horrible. I don't like loud music. I hate it. I fucking hate it. It makes me go insane. It makes me feel, it's like, ugh, and I feel uncomfortable if I can't communicate. People screaming in your ear, you can't hear them. I'm screaming back. They can't hear me. So you only get half of the conversation. What's the point? There's like no point in it at all. Rather go to a pub where you can talk to other people. Yeah, when we first went in, it was quiet, it was nice, but then the music started, it was way too loud. And then, as you know, a couple of days later, same guy again took me to Asda, and that's when I got banned. Even though that person called me a slag, but I got banned for it apparently. And I didn't even know he'd call me a name. It was only afterwards that that guy told me that he called me a slag. And I actually got it on camera. But you can barely hear it though, unfortunately. So if you listen carefully, you can hear it. But when I tried to complain, nobody's taken any notice. I've tried writing to them, I've tried emailing them. We haven't been in though to talk to the manager personally, but that's because I know it sounds terrible what I'm about to say, but I don't have any confidence that if I actually went there and talked to a manager, that they'd be on my side. I have no confidence that they would be. I think they'd be on their side and they'd say, nope, you're banned and that's it. Even without proof, because they had no proof, by the way. They had no proof at all. I asked them, I said, do you have proof? He said, him saying it was proof. And I was like, yeah, okay, so you've got no proof then. But you can guarantee they'll all be on their side. Do you know, I want to work there. One of these days, I want to fucking work there. One day. And I'm going to end up being the new security guard or manager. And then they'll have hell to pay. They'll have to answer to me then. It was bad straw. Anyway, what was my point? Oh yeah, so I got banned from there. Then we went to a pub that was having a Halloween party. Again, it was nice and quiet. Nobody was dressed up though, but it was nice and quiet. Me and my friend had a nice time. Had a drink. Had rum and Coke. Managed to get it. But then, that, as you know, that woman came up to me and started accusing me of recording her kids, and it just ruined everything. Just fucking ruined. And the music started getting loud. I almost cried. I thought, I want to go home. This is the worst Halloween ever. I want to go home. So I will admit, I didn't really enjoy Halloween that last year. It's just, first of all, getting assaulted by that shitty woman. Her insulting my costume. Telling me to dress better. even though she was looking like a scruff. At least I was dressed nice in my costume. Nice little dress it was. And then the spiderweb tights and my makeup. Puss! Hey, Puss! Aww. It's a mainly white cat with black. Very cute. That's the third cat I've seen now. And I've got a video of the cat going in there, a black and white with mainly black on it. Very cute. I remember watching that stream. Boss will make them pay. They need to have solid proof of evidence. Yeah, they do. Kitty! A fluff. Mum said anything fluffy is a fluff. I was like, nope. But yeah, I suppose you can't call them. Anyway, so it was horrible Halloween. So all in all, so we got Saturday, the night of the party. Getting banned from getting assaulted by the woman. Which unfortunately, guys, I have no proof of. I didn't get a video of that. I tried to get my phone, but I couldn't. It was charging in my bag, so I couldn't get it. I mean, I wish I'd asked that man for that video, because a bloke was videoing her husband, I think it was. He was videoing it on his little old Nokia shit. And saying, oh, you assaulted her, you assaulted. I'm like, no, I didn't. She's like hanging off my neck. She's trying to strangle me. How am I assaulting her? I was literally defending myself. I was just trying to get to Asda to have some lunch, get some shopping, come home and get ready before the party. That's all I wanted to do. So I had that to deal with. But then the evening at least was nice. And then Monday, actual Halloween, getting shit from the at Asda. I can say that now because they've treated me abysmally there. They're definitely a boo-hiss enemy base, as we call them. Boo-hiss enemy base. And yeah, then getting shit from that little scruffy woman in the pub, accusing me of recording her kids, even though I was doing, and I admitted I was, but I said I'd delete it, and she was happy with that. And then I gave her kids some chocolates that he had in his bag, so I thought that would sweeten the pot a bit. And she was okay, she was quiet, but then unfortunately he gave me his phone, and I was watching a video on it of him in a band that he was showing me. And because I was holding the phone like this, like I am now, and she happened to be over there in front of the phone, so she thought I was filming her and her kids again. And I actually turned the phone round to show her that I was watching a YouTube video, and you could see it was a YouTube video of a band, no sound. I thought, oh, thanks, mate, for giving me your phone. It never even occurred to me. I was trying to listen to it, but I couldn't hear anything. So I kept putting the phone out like this to try and hear it. But I didn't realise there was no sound. And that's when she started going on with herself. But this time she was more intense. So the first time I admitted I was recording, she was fine. Then when I really wasn't recording, and I even proved it, she was like in my face, going on with herself. No one defended me. He didn't say anything. I had to say, right, I tried to prompt him to, to back me up. And he just weakly said, yeah. Instead of just getting up and saying, look, lady, she's proved that she's not recording you, back off. No, nothing. Everyone just stayed silent and let me battle it out myself. It'd be nice to have some. So even when I actually am with people, they don't fucking defend me. I need someone who's going to defend me. I just get weakling. Try it again. Hooray! I'm going to try this for the first time. Let's see if it'll be any good. Ugh, it's not great. It's sour. I better start cooking before my mum starts moaning. It's been really long. So I'll talk to you guys later. Another live stream and videos soon. Don't forget to subscribe. Wait, what? What is it? Oh, this. Or this. Oh, IPA beer. I don't know. It says number 1 living. Raspberry kombucha. Kombucha. Sparkling organic. I have no idea what it is. It's just a sparkling soft drink. I get these because I like a nice flavoured drink, but that is not nice. That isn't very good at all. Much prefer my that summer fruit squash I had yesterday. That was nice. And I like these. These are very nice. Good bunch then, and I'll see you later. Hopefully I can get some new Patreons. Hopefully I can get some new Patreons. Subscribe to my Patreon. See you guys later. Hopefully one of these days I'll do a Kickstarter or GoFundMe or something. One of these days I'll do a Kickstarter or GoFundMe or something, so that people can fund my animations and art and stuff. I do have an arts Patreon as well. Ugh, I guess I gotta drink this now. God, it's nasty. See you later.